Let's talk about Mahershala Ali, because, yesterday we talked a little bit about David S. Goyer had let the people know that he has expressed interest in wanting to write the Blade script because he wrote the previous Blade movies. He wrote Blade, Blade 2, and Blade Trinity. And I know some people still want to windmill hard on David Goyer because he wrote Blade. Blade Trinity was trash. I'm like, okay, but out of those three movies, only one of them had a shitty script. So y'all can relax. But y'all love to focus on the negative instead of focus on the fact that yes, he gave us two of the best out of the three, two of the best Blade movies, and not only that, but when you look at the first Blade film, that opening sequence with the bloodbath, how we first get introduced to Blade, y'all cannot tell me that scene is not still iconic 20-something odd years later. Because when the movie came out, 98? So, yeah. So, Dave Goyer also was like, he had his people reach out to the MCU and said that if y'all need help, hi, how you doing? Me, hi, I'm over here. Like, I know this character. Maybe, if y'all don't know how to crack the code, maybe you can have me come in and take a crack at the script. They were like, we got it. We don't need the help. We know what we're doing. We think we got it. We cracked the code. Apparently, y'all didn't because we still ain't got no damn script. And not only that, now Mahershala Ali, who is busy promoting Jurassic World, which we was talking about before we got to this topic, he said that he still wants to film the movie and he wants people to know that, yes, somebody tell Marvel, I'm ready to start getting on board with this Blade film. And here's the thing. Since that announcement, when Kevin Feige announces new bracket or whatever type of films they had a plan on coming out with, which it didn't hit. Mahershala Ali, and this was like 6 years ago. It's been 6 years since that announcement at Comic-Con. So now, shout out to Comic Book Movie for this story, by the way. They said Ali was asked about the status of the film while being interviewed on the red carpet of last night's Jurassic World Rebirth premiere. And it sounds like he's still more than willing to suit up as the daywalker, but the ball is very much at the studio's court. He said, call Marvel. This is what he told the Variety. I'm ready. Let them know I'm ready. Now, Ali had a little more to say to THR. He says, I would love for Blade to happen. We'll see. Because I'm sure like everybody on the red carpet was asking him about Blade. So he had to give so many different statements. So yeah, here's what he said to THR. He was like, I would love for Blade to happen. We'll see. I don't know where Marvel is at right now. I'm just looking for the next great part. I really am. Now, if that next great part comes along before Marvel is ready to get Blade moving again, there's a good chance Ali will no longer be available or interested. And I think also they need to realize that Mahershala Ali is in his 50s. Like, he's not getting any younger. And I'm not saying that, at his age, he can't do action, because he can. There's a lot of men who are at his age, even older, who are still making action movies, doing action. Like, I'm sure Jason Statham is in his 50s, still doing action. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone, all of them were pretty much older than Mahershala Ali when they were doing action. Tom Cruise was 62 and just released freaking Mission Impossible, the last one. I think this is going to be the last one, because this new one, this recent Mission Impossible movie is not going to make back its money. So I think they're pretty much like, okay, we need to reboot this franchise. I said to friends of mine when I was out the other day that I think what they need to do is kind of like put the Mission Impossible movies to rest, actually look into possibly doing a 10 episode Mission Impossible TV series. Focus on that a couple of years, ground it a little bit. Y'all don't have to do the crazy Tom Cruise stunts. Y'all can focus more on like the masks and all the other stuff, the gadgets, the cloak and dagger type stuff from the original TV series. Y'all can ground it in that way and do it as a 10 episode series. Give it a couple of years so we can get the movies out of our system, and then y'all can reboot it as a potential cinematic situation a couple of years down the road. That was my idea on that. And look, and last but certainly not least, John Wick himself, Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves is in his 60s now. I mean, he was I believe in his 40s when he started doing John Wick, but now he's in his 60s. He's supposed to be doing a John Wick 5, and there's rumors that he's going to be reprising his role as Neo in the upcoming Drew Goddard Matrix series, or Matrix 5, I should say, not a series. So Mahershala Ali being a man of a certain age, that's not too bad. And first of all, black don't crack. He still look younger than what his age would require. Because I think he's in his early 50s. I think he's like probably 51, 52. I don't know off the top of my head, but we'll just go with early 50s. So he could definitely do it. And if there's any complicated stunts or whatever that needs to be done, like with the martial arts or jumping and all the other craziness, you can have a much younger stunt guy step in and do all the crazy action that Mahershala Ali can't do. But if you need him to get up in there and start kicking and beating people up and doing all that physical martial art type stuff, he can do as much as is required. But the longer y'all take, that window is going to start closing. So MCU, y'all need to figure out what the hell y'all doing and get it together, because we want a Blade movie. We want a Blade franchise. And the fact of the matter is, I don't know why y'all are taking so long. I did see that Bo DeMayo did chime in on it, was talking about there was some shade and stuff in his comments on what he was saying, because I guess he's putting it on blast in so many ways. And if you think about it, I was like, you know what, because once upon a time, the reason why I bring up Bo DeMayo, and I am going to bring him up again because he did say something else about what Ryan Coogler said regarding the whole X-Men reboot, which is our next topic. But when it comes down to the what he had said was that there was some shade in what Mahershala Ali was saying, and it probably is true, because if Mahershala is saying, "I've been ready," what do y'all like? They're the ones who need to figure out what's going on. I don't know what's going on with the script. MCU needs to figure out what they're doing, and yes, I'm here to do it, because I'm not going to sit up here and wait on the sidelines and lose money because y'all can't figure out what the hell y'all doing over there at the MCU. So I'm gonna take on other roles. I'm gonna take on this part in Jurassic World and whatever other roles that are coming my way. But y'all need to figure it out, because if this window closes, then I'm just gonna be like, you know what? It was fun while it lasted. It was great, but I got to move on. And I wish that Kevin Feige would be man enough to actually let them know what the hell's going on. And if there are plans in doing a Blade movie, because isn't it when it comes down to it, they have like this big plan on what movies they want to come out and what it is that they want to do? Like, I would think that y'all would have some type of idea, because now what they're saying, like what they're really trying to focus on is setting up everything for Doomsday and Secret Wars, which is not coming out until like late next year, right? And then 2027. So in between then, because we were supposed to get other projects, but then because after Thunderbolts didn't do really well at the box office, and now we got Fantastic Four coming out, which I'm like, I'm seeing like they're making like, okay, everybody's buying tickets to this thing, but I'm still like on the fence with it. I don't necessarily know if Fantastic Four is going to be good. And I think it's because I've been let down in the past by so many other Fantastic Four movies. So I don't really know if I'm not really that hyped for it. And I love Pedro Pascal. I love all the actors that's in it, but these trailers have not really gotten me as excited as say like Superman and all these other movies that we have coming out down the road. I'm not really not that excited. I mean, I'll go see it, but I'm not 110% like, oh my God, I can't wait until Fantastic Four First Steps comes out. Like, that's just not where my energy is. And to me, it's just like, because the MCU is kind of like struggling right now, they don't know where to fit this franchise. They don't know where to fit Blade. And if y'all can't figure out where the hell to fit Blade, then maybe y'all just need to let the franchise go, outsource it to another studio, and let them take it on, so that way we can finally get a Blade movie. If you can't make it seem to fit within the MCU, which is what Kevin Feige pretty much says. He said they're committed to Blade. We love the character. We love Mahershala's take on him. And rest assured, whenever we change direction with the project or are still figuring out how it fits into our schedule, we'll let the audience know. You're all up to date on what's happening, but I can tell you that the character will indeed make it to the MCU. Well, you're pretty much saying you'll let the audience know, but don't just let us know. Maybe you need to let your actor know, because he don't know what the hell's going on either. He's just as baffled as we are. So Mahershala wants to get it done. We want to see this movie, but if y'all can't crack the code and figure out, like, if it's going to be a shitty script, then you know what, hold off on it and figure it out until y'all can get the script right. But it's been 6 years already. It's been half a decade. So figure it out, or in the words of the singers over there at Frozen, let it go. So I say all this to say, who sang that song? Was it, oh, Indina Menzel So I say all this to say, what do you guys think of this story in regards to what Mahershala Ali had to say about Blade? He's basically saying, he's basically putting out there, was like, look, I'm ready to play this part. The MCU needs to figure out what the hell they're doing over there and where Blade fits in to this whatever freaking phase or universe we're in at this point. So I definitely want to hear from y'all. Let me know what your thoughts are on this story in the comments down below.